I have been asked to say a few words about the Searles Science Building, though when I arrived here in 1840, its construction was still 50 years in the future. My name is Thomas A. Curtis, and I don't intend to tell you much more than that about myself, other than to say I was a good servant of the college for almost 30 years. I used to do odd jobs, such as cleaning and mending for students, and I had a small shack I lived in just further down the hill from here. Let me tell you a bit about how this building came to be here. Mary Frances Searles was the widow of Mark Hopkins, one of the four principal owners of the Central Pacific Railroad. In 1887, just 3 years after her husband's death, Mary married Edward F. Searles, a man 22 years younger than her. The newlyweds took up residence in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, in a huge mansion commonly known as Searles Castle. As one of the richest women in America, marriage at age 67 raised many eyebrows, and many people suspected Edward was nothing but a common gold digger. Servants at the castle gossiped that he was trying to frighten his wife to death, moving furniture around at night to upset and disturb her. They also said Searles had constructed secret passageways in the castle to provide him easy access to the maids' quarters while his wife was sleeping. The worst rumour of all was that Searles and a chambermaid worked in concert to poison Mrs. Searles. Not surprisingly, Searles Castle is purported to be haunted by all three individuals. After her death in 1891, it was revealed that she had entirely disinherited her adopted son Timothy and left all her fortune to her husband. So what does all this have to do with Bowden? Well, the adopted son contested his mother's will, and Edward hired Thomas Hubbard to represent his side in the lawsuit. Hubbard succeeded in winning the case for Searles with more than $50 million and a quarter ownership of the Central Pacific Railroad remaining in Searles' hands. Not surprisingly, when Hubbard heard of his college's need for a new science building, he found a willing donor in his grateful client. The general public has long forgot the stains of scandal, but the old building has managed over the years to form a reputation of its own. It is a noisy building, filled with unexplained noises, and one particular sound that has disturbed its occupants for years. When walking through the long hallways, people report hearing footsteps behind them as though someone was right on their heels. When they turn around, no one is there, except that a few people have said they have seen a white, shadowy figure darting away out of the corner of their eyes. The figure has also been seen in the basement hallway, where a number of people have said they felt there was some presence with them when they were down there alone. One legend says that the figure and the heavy tread you can hear belong to the spirit of a custodian that worked in the building for years. Another has it that the shadowy figure is the ghost of a town girl that fell from one of the turrets when Searles Hall was being built. More likely, it is the ghost of student George B. Pottle, who fell from the roof while researching the 1932 solar eclipse and later died from his injuries.